three amazingly charismatic presidents, it's been long believed that you either have charisma or you don't. But our next guest says you can actually learn it, and charisma can be a powerful tool of persuasion. Joining us now is John Neffinger. John is the founder of K&P Communications, a consulting firm that helps clients communicate more effectively. John, good morning. Let's start with this whole thing about learning this. I mean, I think a lot of people hear that and say, come on, you're either born with this or not. How do you learn charisma?
You learn charisma the same way you learn character. It turns out that charisma and character, it's the same word, and it's the same concept. People who we think are charismatic are the folks who very quickly leave this impression that they're just wonderful, wonderful people. Turns out there are two particular pieces to this, though. It's actually not that magical. On the one hand, you want to be likable, so you want to be warm and friendly. On the other hand, though, you need to be tough enough that you're taken seriously and respected. So it's likability plus respect equals this thing, charisma.
So how does one exude those two traits and learn how to exude those two traits at the same time?
Exactly, and it's the at the same time thing that's tricky, because the more I try and be a big tough guy, the less likable I'm going to be, and the other way around. So it's the balance that gets to be pretty kind of tricky. So if you think about it, the old advice, stand up straight, very good for respect, makes you look like you're there to be taken seriously. On the other hand, smile. Friendly, warm. So stand up straight and smile like maybe an older relative told you at some point. Very good advice. Very good advice.
Over time, studies have shown that attractive people are more popular.
Sure.
Does that work with charisma as well? Are they perceived to be more charismatic?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to be attractive. On the other hand, that's not the whole deal, though. Being attractive raises all kinds of issues between people, jealousies and whatnot. And if you look at, I don't know, Winston Churchill or Danny DeVito or anything, you know, these aren't necessarily models, but we like them because on the one hand, they're really friendly, they're on our side. The other hand, they're tough, we respect them, they get things done.
Whether we like it or not, people look at likability, charisma when they're determining who's going to run this country.
Oh, yes, they do.
So when you look at the possibilities, which VP and which president have the most charisma?
Okay, well, so everybody's talking about Ryan right now. He's got a nice emotional range, so there's some friendliness in there and some toughness in there. He can be a little smug, he looks a little young. Between the two of them, I still like Biden. Romney's issue is that he's very strong, very accomplished, very handsome guy. And so lots of good strength stuff. On the other hand, on the warmth side, he has that little smile that he wears all the time. The problem is he wears it too much, and we don't necessarily trust him. That's some of the unfavorables that we see. Obama, on the other hand, he's really great, really charismatic in a lot of settings, but he also has a sort of hitch in the swing, can get a little bit arrogant, a little bit chin up in the air, looking down his nose at folks. And so they all have their pluses and minuses.
You're making us very self-conscious.
I know.
Thank you, John. We appreciate it.
Yeah, to make you self-conscious, you're very welcome.
Thanks, John.